Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aiysha, and I will be presenting about my prototype named the Homely Compost bin. And it's basically going to be tackling the impact of food waste. And why should we even care about food waste in the first place? Well, actually, it has a massive carbon footprint. And we're not talking about small numbers here, of course. We're talking about 3 billion tons of carbon dioxide being released yearly due to it. Not only that, food waste in landfills produces methane gas, and it affects global warming way more than carbon dioxide. So it's creating two highly potential greenhouse gases. And it's not like plastic, since food waste actually compromises most of the material ending up in landfills, with a percentage of 24, while being compared with plastics, only 18. So what makes it so different? And it's that it's simply something that everyone has the power to easily stop. Unlike our complex relationship with plastic, it's used everywhere. Food waste can be prevented by simply not leaving any leftovers. So food scraps and yard waste are taking up space in landfills and releasing potential greenhouse gases that is completely unnecessary. So what's our solution? Compost, simply. But what is even compost? It's organic, decayed material made up of many components, such as paper, wood chips, and even animal excrements, but mainly we would like to highlight vegetables such as food waste and scraps. And there are so many benefits that come with composting, and it's that it's a completely natural way of providing soil with good fertilizer instead of like those chemicals. It provides great housing environment, and it doesn't damage any of the plants. And if it uses food scraps, it can highly reduce the impact of food waste on the environment. It simply works by having all of this organic material placed into a container or a pile, and it's turned regularly to be aerated. So let's say you have new organic material and you want to add it on. It will be mixed and turned over to ensure it reaches everywhere and that oxygen will get into all of the pores. What happens next is that the microbes within the substances begin to break down the organic matter. So, how does my prototype fit into all of this? Well, it's simply basically just like your average bin, and the main difference here is that you can just put your food scraps inside and it will convert it all into good compost. And it's, like I said, as tall as your average household bin, being 40 centimeters long and roughly the size up to your hip. It's powered by electricity, since there are a bit of complex systems going on inside. And what's also great about it is that it has a display with buttons, so you can control when to stop the composting. And there, as you can see here, is a tightly sealed cabinet door to fetch the compost inside once you're done. So what happens is that food enters and it goes into the storage unit. Afterwards, it is then, in the storage unit, rotated by these motors and heated by the heating system. But how long will it take for the compost to be made? Normally, it will probably take 6 months if you were to do it outdoors. However, with the Homely Compost bin, the regulated environment with the heating and the aeration, it may only take around 48 hours. The materials used in the design is simply stainless steel for the outside and interior, as well as steel for the shredders, and recyclable plastic for the hinges and the sealed lid. The advantages of having this prototype and making it available for every home appliance is that it will definitely help the economy by providing extra income for families who could sell the compost. So simply by just having food scraps, money could be made. And composting is not going to just be an option only for those with a backyard, but even to those who live in apartments. Disadvantages will probably be that it's can it is a bit pricey due to the implementation of motors and that it needs to be powered by electricity. And it also relies on the user to know how much organic material to put. If there is an unequal ratio of the vegetables and the paper and wood chips, which are all needed, then the compost may turn out wrong and smell bad. Thank you.